It's been a good few years with the Ender 3, but today we are upgrading. Oh, this is so heavy. So this is a Bambu Lab's X1 Carbon 3D printer. And this thing is like the Ferrari of 3D printers, and I'm upgrading for very good reason, which I'll tell you in a bit. But first, let me figure out how to get this thing out of here. Okay. So the Ender 3 that I had before is an amazing printer, and I've talked about why I liked it before, mostly because it's affordable and you get to learn a lot about 3D printing. The thing's only like 200 bucks, and you really have to learn the ins and outs of printing to get the most out of it. And while it is an absolutely amazing machine, it is still a hobbyist machine, and even if you get it dialed in perfectly, it's always going to require some level of tinkering, and it's by no means the fastest thing on the market. Now, I've reached a point in my 3D printing needs where not only is 3D printing a fun hobby for me, but I do genuinely need a 3D printer as a tool to help me achieve other things. Like this Info Orbs project I'm working on, I'm gonna need to be rapid prototyping the little cases for these things and maybe even making them at scale to sell. If you've looked into 3D printers recently, you've probably seen these things. They're a little bit more premium on the price point side, but these things are literally plug and play to the point where people can buy one of these if you know nothing about 3D printing, click a button and it will spit out prints. They're absolutely incredible. I'm gonna finish quickly putting this thing together and showing you guys what we can do because it's pretty insane. So we got this all together and it is so cool. I'm gonna walk you all through it, but a few details first. So first off, Bambu did actually send me this printer for free. That being said, they were very adamant that them sending it to me didn't change my opinion of anything. They didn't expect any videos or deliverables out of it and know that I was gonna get one anyway, but it is important for me to acknowledge that I did not pay for this. So let's get into the good stuff. Why is this such an upgrade? First off is the build quality. Because they ship all in one piece and dialed in from the factory, opposed to something like the Ender where you have to assemble it and kind of tune it over time, this thing is so rock solid, and that means it can print fast. The Ender's top print speed is around 250 millimeters a second, whereas this thing goes like 600-700 millimeters a second. We'll do some test prints after. Second is there's cameras and sensors everywhere, so this thing could sense the state of everything happening at all times. Where a normal printer, you just start it printing and you have to kind of dial it in yourself. This thing will use the cameras and sensors to actually look at the filament that you're printing, diagnose it, and change the settings in real time. These are all things that you could tune out on an over-the-shelf printer, but this thing literally just does it all automatically. You don't need to know anything about printing. You just click calibrate. It'll do its thing and it's going to print perfectly every time. That's going to be your main difference, is this thing effectively auto-tunes itself as it goes, so you never have to worry about that. But there's also a bunch of other creature comfort things. There's a built-in camera here that pairs in with the app, which I'll show you in a second. There's an AMS. This is an add-on that you get with most of their machines. So what you can do is put multiple different rolls of filament in the top here. You could then either have it print multi-color prints, so you could set it up and have it print something in multiple colors, or what I use it for, where you're able to go and just set up a print on your computer and set what color you want it to be without having to go swap out the spool. And then the app and the settings and the experience of actually interacting with it is the other really big thing that makes Bambu different. Okay, so this is the desktop app here, but there's a very similar, if not better, mobile app. The really big difference between Bambu and its competitors is the software and the hardware are made by the same manufacturer. This means that they could pretty much tune in all of the finite settings that you normally have to be tweaking automatically without having to change any of them. So for 95% of the time with Bambu, all you have to do is upload your file and click print. On top of that, the print monitoring is incredible. You can watch the printer with the camera built in it at all times from the app, no matter where you are. You can see what filaments you have loaded up in the printer. Again, this is all stuff that you could achieve with other printers, but this Bambu just loops it all in a package that makes it so accessible, so easy, and it's just such a crazy high-performing printer with all these other creature comfort features built in. I'm gonna do a print test here of these side by side so you can see how really crazy this thing is, but let me show you how easy it is to queue up a print on this thing. I can do it on the app on my phone, or literally just go on the menu here. I'm gonna print the Benchy boat. I'm gonna tap that. I'm gonna select what filament I wanna print it in. I have a black one and a green one. We're gonna do it in the green. I hit print now, and that's it. Okay, so both printers are printing, and we'll take a look at the speed here, which is really gonna be the biggest difference. So you'll see the Ender here. It's printing at a pretty reasonable pace. That's good for the printer, but like, wait till you see the Bambu. Look at this thing. Wait till it does the fill here. It doesn't even look like, that's not sped up. That's actually how fast this thing moves. It's absolutely insane. And that print speed is really going to be one of your biggest differences here. This Benchy is going to take about an hour on the Ender, where it's going to take less than 20 minutes on the Bambu. If you're doing parts out in bulk, that like 3x reduction in time is a game changer. Like, that's just so insane. That's not sped up. It's actually moving that fast. To wrap this all up, even with just a few hours of using this thing, I am so sold. These things are incredible. I kind of regret not getting one earlier. Like the quality of life features, the AMS, how just incredibly it prints. I I absolutely love it. That being said, like I said, there is still a place for the Ender if you want to learn tinkering with 3D printing. You want to be as budget conscious as possible. Printers like this do still have a place in the market, but if you need a printer as a tool to get something done, or if you want to get into 3D printing and have absolutely zero hassle and to be able to just dive right into it and start printing things, the Bambus might be the way to go. And even though most of the Bambu printers are pretty expensive, like mine over there, like I said, $1,500, the A1 Mini is only $250. It has a few downsides compared to the other ones, like a smaller print bed. It doesn't have the AMS, but you can add it for $400. Like, price-wise, this is getting pretty competitive with the Enders. Not that it's what this video is about, but I do have a link to these in my bio if you're looking to cop one for yourself, and you do get a small bit of affiliate commission off of that, so that's really cool. And you're gonna be seeing a lot more videos on these in the future. In the meantime, thanks you guys for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Any questions, toss them in the comments. I'll catch you in the next video.